What's up, everybody? This is Aubrey Marcus here, and I got some old school implements because we have some new old school training equipment that we just got in, including our heavy clubs. Now, the reason why I have this silly stuff in my hand is that this is one of the reasons why people develop the type of training I'm about to show you. Because back in battle, when that was more important than the sports that we all play right now, they had implements like this. And as you can see, this is an implement that has a very off-center of gravity weight to it. It's going to have a heavy head and a lighter on the handle. Same with this shield. This shield's actually pretty balanced because it's round. But you never know, you get a couple arrows in there, you get something as a problem. So you have to adjust and adapt to off-balance and weighted equipment. And as you can probably imagine, the basic motion for a warhammer like this, which is from a company called Museum Replicas, which makes some pretty cool stuff, is a basic motion like this. You're going to want to come over the top, use your body in the stroke, and crack somebody, presumably on top of the head, or in the cheek of the arm, or by the neck, or somewhere around like that. And same with the shield, you're going to want to have a lot of dynamic shoulder motion to cover yourself, as well as, perhaps a volley of arrows. You never know. So that kind of motion is why they developed training methods where they didn't always have to use their equipment and can use even heavier equipment. So when they were out on the battlefield, their arms felt heavy, everything started feeling heavy. They were used to overtraining with even more weight. So here are some of the methodologies that we're going to use. And these are the clubs or the heavy clubs. Indian clubs are often referring to a slightly smaller version than this. So these are either clubs or heavy clubs. And one of the things I'm going to show you first is the double swing with the arm cast. And so basically it's combining two elements that I like to do. One is the double swing. Very much like a kettlebell swing, combining the squat and the motion. Now, the other thing it's combining is the arm cast. Just like this, which seems easy enough, but it's a nice shoulder warm-up, helps with mobility, and all these things are really going to help with not only mobility, but grip strength, shoulder strength, core strength, etc. So combining the two, it looks like this. And this is a really great full body warm-up workout. You get this going for a couple minutes. At the top, you really get a chance to use your core to stop the momentum and your lats. Whereas I love kettlebells and I love kettlebell swings. I think they're great. A little bit different though in this, that you get to use that much more core and lat muscle right at the top to stop the motion. So that's one of my favorite things to do with these clubs. If you just have one, I'll show you what's called the basic mill. And that very closely mimics what I was showing you with that warhammer. And it goes like this. And what you'll notice is it's not so much a motion with the arm as it is a motion with the core. So as you move forward, you're using your obliques and your core to really lift the club forward and get that extra power. And then as it applies to us, you can imagine a tennis racket in my hand, striking a volleyball. So many motions in our sports use this kind of basic movement here. And so this is a great way to warm up the shoulder, great way to actually get some cardio going too in this motion. I'm already feeling it in my grip as we go. And of course the other way is going to be a little bit more challenging on the coordination front, which makes even more sense to do it, to balance it out. Let's say you're serving, a couple hundred tennis balls in a day with one arm, then that arm's going to build an imbalance in your body for doing that. So this is a great way to balance that out and work the other side of your body. And that's another thing that you can do with golf as well. So as you know, and I like to do this with two of these just for a little extra weight. With golf, you're always swinging the same general direction, like that. You're going to naturally build an imbalance in those muscles towards that way. So one of the things I like with these is the side swings, and they look like this. Dipping down into your back foot in this case, although your toes are pointing forward, and then using a motion of your obliques and the rest of your body to push forward. Now, that's the same way I swing a golf club. So if I'm swinging a golf club all day, the way to balance that out, let's go back the other way. And in doing that, you're not only going to condition yourself, work a lot of core muscles, a lot of grip muscles, but also help yourself stay balanced, which is another cool element. Another one of the things that I like is what's called the diagonal crunch get-up. Basically, you hold the club, thumbs pointed in towards each other, and go down and touch behind you. And then from there, you just stand straight up. So it's almost like a Turkish get-up, except you don't have your arm extended, you're just going straight up. As you can imagine, doing that for an extended period of time really gets you working. Last thing I'm going to show you is a combination of another two exercises which I like, one of which is called the torch press. So start from here, straight up, ceilings are a little low, no problem, straight up like that. And that's the torch press. Seems easy, but with all the weight in the head of the club, it becomes more difficult. And then I like to combine this with a lunge. So it looks like this. And of course, switch. And you're going to want to do opposite arm to opposite foot forward. So these are some of the things that you can do with the club. Obviously a very versatile piece of equipment. Another great resource that I like online is a place called My Mad Methods. Please check them out. They're putting out good stuff as well. And we'll try to continue to bring you the most cutting edge workouts, techniques, and exercises using these clubs. Thanks a lot.